Thank you to Make, my favourite automation plugin for Notion, for sponsoring this video. Hi, it's Simon. Notion have just publicly released Notion Charts, and it's going to change how many of us use Notion in some great ways. This is genuinely the largest and most comprehensive new Notion feature we've seen developed in years, offering a wonderfully wide range of options of how to organise and visualise our data in Notion. In this video, I'm going to walk you through all of the new features that come with Notion Charts, how to access Notion Charts, and a demo of some of my favorite use cases, sharing a bunch of ideas and my latest templates that I've created to take advantage of charts across task management, workout and habit tracking, budgeting, and client management. You can find those at bettercreating.com via the link below. And stick around to the end because I'm going to show you the lowdown of what the current limitations are and what Notion is planning to add to charts in the near future. Make sure to let me know in the comments what you'd like to see on this covered on the channel, but let's do this. I'm so excited. First up, creating charts is simple. It's a new database view, so we can either just go /charts and you'll see these new chart options turn up and it will give you a little preview of what they look like. The menu offers us 4 different types of charts: a vertical bar chart, horizontal bar charts, line charts, and donut or pie chart. I'm hoping that we'll also get things like a radar chart or maybe a combined chart of different items in the future, but this is a really positive start. First of all, if we go /chart, now let's say I wanted to do a line chart. If you click new chart, it will create both a chart and a data source for it. The other option, of course, is to simply, from an existing database, let's say I went over to my task database, working from this priority board, I could just add a new view to here, select chart, and then click a link to the database that I want, and I would see the beginnings of something come up. This one is counting the number of tasks per status. I'm really loving the way we can use charts to visualize anything we want to track in a Notion database. I think that they look fantastic. They are really, really easy to create, and they sit right within your existing work environment. They'll also be a really big draw, I think, for teams for keeping on track of things, particularly with things like tasks by assignee. Here are a few examples that I've been playing with. The first one is these task reports. So I've got donut charts that report on what status things have. Also, in my latest developments of these new task managers, I've also got a priority matrix, and I've managed to make a chart that shows me how many tasks by priority there are. And it's really cool. You can click and hover over data items and it will give you more information. Notion assure us that one of their next aims is to be able to give us drill down, so you could click through to that data. Over in my financial tracker, my budget tracker, we're able to do a ton of stuff around subscriptions. So there's my monthly costs of subscriptions, for example, or yearly costs of subscriptions. We're able to do budget tracking. I can look at total income by month. There's loads and loads of data that you can map. And one of my favorite features actually that I've been messing around with is invoices. So I can actually show invoices that are issued against the budgets that they're related to, and then what's overdue and what has been received. Really powerful stuff. And perhaps my favorite of them all are the views that we can create in my new workout tracker. So I'm setting a workout here, for example. If we jump to here, we can see a view of the time I've spent per day working out. And this workout is currently in progress. If I click into that and end the session, there we go, the duration has been completed, and go back, you'll see that my graph updates immediately. And yeah, if you like the look of any of these templates, I'm making them available very shortly. Now, I will show you more of these later on, but before we talk about the features and functions of charts and how to use them, let me talk to you about who can access them and how. Now, users on a free plan will only be able to use 1 chart per workspace, which just really allows you to try it. Otherwise, at the moment, you'll need to upgrade to a paid plan, like the one I'm on, which is the Plus, and that will allow you to have unlimited charts. Now, what is a shame is charts won't be available to free users on template duplication, like you can do with automations. So with automations, we can duplicate them into your system and you can use them, you just can't edit them. Now, what is really cool though is if you have an educational account, that is free, but it's essentially a free version of a paid plan. So you should, I believe, get unlimited access to the charts. So if you duplicate a template integrate with charts into your workspace, it would mean, I believe, you would only see the first one if you had a free plan. And then if you wanted to look at the next chart, you would then have to essentially upgrade in order to use it. But by the way, this works very well without charts as well. And it's worth saying permissions for charts work alongside permissions to the database source. Have a go for free, pay if you want to use them properly, and make sure you have access to the source databases if you want to see all the data visualized. So next up, I'll demo a couple of quick builds and show you all the features and functions available. But first, now we have all of these new data visualization powers available in Notion, how else can we start to take advantage of it? Well, one way I've been loving using it is with today's partner Make to connect my wider digital world to Notion with some no-code automations. If you haven't heard of Make, it's an incredibly powerful automation platform that helps you connect your favorite applications and services by creating custom workflows that are automated in a no-code environment. Essentially, Make enables you to automate all of your mundane tasks and claim back your time in the day for more important, fun, or needle-moving activities. And I can't tell you how many hours my custom automations have saved me in the last couple of months. Imagine being able to seamlessly bring in data from nearly any other source into your Notion workspace, automate repetitive tasks so that you don't have to focus on them immediately, or even manage your email with a custom AI assistant. Here are a few examples of how Make has supercharged my work and my Notion setup that it might be able to do for you. So the first one is data integration. Make enables you to connect Notion, for example, to hundreds of services and applications. So this could be linking Google Sheet information, Gmail, Slack, Dropbox, Intercom, Calendly, and feeding relevant information into your system. With these integrations, you can pull data from those traditional spreadsheets, update your CRM in Notion, chart social media analytics, create meeting notes based off Calendly appointments, the list goes on. But by far my favorite use case I've created is building a custom AI customer relations automation tool, which you can actually learn about in one of my videos, which I'll link up here and down here if you want to learn more about it. And this integration combines the power of ChatGPT, Make, Gmail, and Notion to create what I've called Sayaiman. Sayaiman. So for every email I receive, the AI automation works as an assistant to determine the content of the email, categorize it into the correct Gmail label, and reply accordingly with a holding email. It will also automatically create an entry within my Notion customer relations tracker and allows me to keep all of my contacts organized and notes of what's been happening in that system. But more importantly, if you are ready to try automating your own workflow, come and give Make a try for free, including 10,000 automations via my link below, and see how easy it is to utilize their no-code system. I can't tell you how much it streamlined my day-to-day admin and giving me some time back. Amazing. Okay, now for the good bit, a breakdown of the functions and features of charts, how to use it, and most excitingly, how far I've taken it with a couple of my template systems. /chart. Let's say that I wanted to do a line chart and you can link it to an existing database. So I'm actually going to find my workout tracker. I think that's probably it there. And we'll drop this in. In fact, let's just swap these over so we can see what we're doing a little bit. If we go into the menu here, you will see a load of interesting options. The first option being to select what the X and Y axes are. And I really like these arrows which show us which axes it is. That's very helpful. And you've got options to sort and group within here. So the first thing I want to do is I'd like to create a workout tracker for the duration of a workout. So first of all, along the bottom, I'm going to do date, and you can see it gives me options of if I want to see weeks, days, months. I'm going to select days. And then in the next thing, we can sort that in order I would think you'd want it old to new. And then here we can do what to count, what to show up this side, and I want to actually do the workout duration. And that is a formula, and this formula essentially is calculating the difference between the start and end time. Because with my workout tracker, if you jump into it, you see you have the option to start timing and end timing, and this one's currently in progress. So we'll come back and look at that in a moment. So I want to do workout duration, and I'm going to select sum. And right here, you're able to now see we have a view. Let's call this workout time tracker. And I'm going to change the logo here. If I just go line, we can find the line chart. Nice. You can omit 0 values, which will just clear any dates that don't have a value in, but I'm going to leave it as it is because it looks nice. You also have cumulative. So if we, on a line, wanted to click cumulative, it will add up rather than show per date. So loads of options. Then we want to kind of get into customization, and there are a ton of ways to customize. So with a line chart, we go into color, we could select the specific color. If I just quickly change this to a bar chart, you might see that if we now go to colorful, it will change different colors, which is nice, but I want to stick with my line chart. And then we've got more style options. This is a really brilliant feature, and there are a ton of options within it. I love this smooth line feature. We can name axes. That will drop those names in. Let's just do the Y axes actually, so we understand what it's about. We can show grid lines. You can adjust the height. This essentially makes the system bigger and smaller. And then finally, down the bottom, we have things like the legend, which will show the details of what is shown. And then data labels, where it will show you on this different numbers. But if you go to circle charts in here, when you have data labels, you then have lots more options like just the name and value, nothing, so on and so forth. But again, we're going to stick with our line chart and show the number of minutes. So there you go. That is how easy it is to create a chart. And if I jump now to the actual workout tracker, you can also see that within a view now, I've got different views of different databases. I've also got one which is counting my cardio sessions by the relation to this workout column. And then I've got the workout tracker that we created. So it's a really, really brilliant way to visualize your data. So that's the kind of essentials of what you can do here. Let me show you how far I've taken it, and I'll just show you some of the things around sorts and filters as well. So if we go into my financial Notion, I've got a year so far view here. And what's lovely is you can stack views above each other or next to each other to see a kind of comparison. So here we've got income by specific budgets, so freelance and house and so on and so forth. We've also got in here invoices, and we have this option to group things. So this is showing me anything that I've invoiced which is issued, a total amount issued, 4K issued, and I've got 1.5K overdue and no one's paid me. So if we go into here and take a look at group by budget, you see I'm grouping by different things. If I group by calendar year, there's loads of things. These are all different properties, group by date, but I'm going to group by budget, which shows me those as a total. It's really helpful. There are my budgets that it links to. And we also have the option in here to filter. So down the bottom, if we click into filter, I've currently got one rule and it will just only show certain items, right? That's a normal filter as you would have on any database, but I can currently see payments received into invoice. Let's say I didn't want to view those. You also have the option within here. If you go into this sort, you can also hide visible groups such as that. So I've currently hidden my income items, which are things that don't relate to invoicing, so it cleans up the view. Let's look at one more, which is my task manager. It just shows you how far you can take this really. So I have this new priority view where you can click importance and urgency and adjust what type of task it is, and it will sort it into there. And of course, what that's doing then is showing me that within this. So I'm actually sorting by that formula. Super powerful. I've got task by status, and one of my favorite use cases for this is task by assignee. And this is one more thing to show you on the bar charts. You can set up how these things stack. So here I've got me, love that it's just an avatar, my colleague, Colin, and then this is just automations. And you can see what's complete and in progress and to do. Let's say I didn't want to view it like that. Let's click into here and we'll go down to more style options and we'll look at group style. And you can do percentage, which will now view it across an entire width. Not bad. I don't find that particularly useful. Or we go back in again, more style, and do group style, and we could do stacked. It will stack them. So a total of 5, 1 complete, so on and so forth. So this system of filtering, sorting, stacking and grouping is incredible for really getting custom visualizations. But I really like this view. And let's say that I wanted to do one more thing, which was to share this or keep it for something else. I am going to click into here. I'm going to go down to save chart as, and we can save it as a PNG. Let's save it to the system. If we then go and open that up, there is our chart beautifully exported as a image. So what about the limitations here, and what can we expect from charts in the future? Well, Notion tell us that their fast follow-ups coming shortly will be ways to do easier dashboarding. So things like filtering multiple charts at once, or perhaps creating charts with AI. That could be good. So you would describe it in natural language and then it will build it for you one day. That would be amazing. But what they really want to focus on in the near term will be what I'm really excited about is drill down. So being able to click on any group of data within a chart and then go into the underlying pages that it links to. Number charts, they want to do a kind of top level number that they're going to put out there. That could be really good if you just wanted to see one big data point like your subscribers. Don't forget to subscribe. Now, I'd also love to see multiple properties being referenced within a single chart. Now, these don't exist yet, but Notion definitely suggested this is high on their future function list. And currently, an inline chart won't show on an export. If you're exporting to a PDF, it won't show up, but that's the same with databases, we believe, at the moment. Also, charts don't work with roll-ups at the moment, and I'm not surprised. It makes sense. It's incredibly complex, and certain formulas are not supported, such as referencing two layers of a relation, but the majority work and I found it's been really nice to use. Well, let me know in the comments what you make of Notion charts and what builds or use cases you'd love to see happening here, and make sure to get across to bettercreating.com and join my newsletter to get first access to all of the new templates I'll be releasing over the next month or so that takes advantage of all these new features. Of course, I will be integrating it into certain Life OS templates, which are going to be here very shortly in beta, and you will be getting an email if you own it. And when it comes to getting your wider Notion system in order, I recommend watching this video next. Click on my face to subscribe if you haven't, and well, I'll see you on the next one.